Hello everyone and welcome to another Friday night at the Art House Studio. My name is Karen Ellis and I am here with a few people online but nobody in my studio today. It's a quiet day. Jen's been here all week and she needs time off too. Maybe she'll log on and be with us later. You never know. But anyway, I have a plan. Shocking as that is, I have a plan. I'm going to use some Catherine Scanlon stamps. Cling stamps with Art Gone Wild, Catherine Scanlon designs. Here they are, they're twinchies. I'm going to stamp them on some heavy watercolor paper because I love these. I love the doodlies. And then I'm going to paint them with some twinkling H2Os from Luminart. Love the twinks. They'd be beautiful on this. And then I have a pearl pen from Viva Couleur, and as they pronounce it, although it's O-U-R and I say color here in Canada, but to do some piping to make it look like stained glass. And then I am going to mix some resin today, and we're going to make some resin magnets, because I also have some magnet sheets that I can cut to put on the back of these. I've pre-cut some cardboard shapes as well, just same size as my Twinchie. See, there we go. That we can mount the paper on before I resin them. It's all good. We're going to have some fun. It's all good. I'm going to first stamp these babies. I'm just using some archival ink. I like that. It's permanent stamping ink. It's not going to get all runny and smudged and stuff when I put the watercolors on it. So here we are. Twinchie number 1. There we go. I love these stamps. They're beautiful. Twinchie number 2. You just got some resin to fill a bezel? Perfect. So now you can make some magnets and stuff too. Alright, I like this one. This one's beautiful. I think they're all beautiful, but heck, we all have our favorites, right? Look, look. Ooh, pretty! I think I might focus in a little bit more. My issue is that if I have it zoomed in, it doesn't stay in focus very much, but I'm going to try for you. See if we can't get that together so that you can really see what I'm doing, because it's going to be a lot of coloring at first. And I'm going to put these Twinchies back on the plastic casing. There we go. Ding, ding. Ta-da! All right, and I will cover up my ink, and we'll see. Good evening, Miss Heather Millar. How are you? Can you guys see that better? If that goes out of focus, let me know, okay? But I'm going to try to keep this in there so that you can see. Alrighty, so I do have my twinks here. Now I had done this. If you were online earlier, you saw me get these ready. Twinkling H2Os, these are a watercolor medium with some beautiful micas and minerals in them. They come in little pots, and what you do is you kind of get them wet. Get them wet to activate them, because the pigment and the minerals and all the good yummy stuff is trapped in a binding agent. I believe it's a gum arabic, but the binding agent's in there, and if you wet it and let it sit and then mix it up, you will get all that luscious color that you can paint with. Okay, so I have pre-done these. You can see they're wet, so that I don't have to start from scratch. You can't just take a wet brush and put them in. You won't get the real effect of these twinkling H2Os. Just take a minute, do yourself a favor, and get them all prepped before you get to go. Oh, lovely. Okay, back on here. Are we still focusing? Yay! All right. So all I'm going to do now, as I said, I'm just going to paint with these. Now, when you're painting with the twinks, it's no different than if you're painting with any other watercolor medium. I'm going to grab, which color am I using? Oh, look at that, spiced pumpkin. And I'm just going to go in and just paint for a bit. I'm going to do it a little darker in the corners, in my... I took a class one day and somebody said in the V's. There's a V wherever you have it here. I'm just going to put a little bit of that color. I'm going to grab my water and bring it closer to me. But what I'm doing essentially... Hello, Carmen. No, I'm just starting. I'm starting early even. And I'm just grab a damp brush now, and I'm just going to pull this out. Now, I am working on something called Super Stock. It's something that the Canadian Scrapbooker magazine sells at shows. I do have some of it here in the studio. But you can use also any watercolor paper that you have. The heavier the better. I have here the Strathmore 140 pound. Oh, I missed. 140 pound watercolor paper. That's brilliant for this because it's nice and heavy. There we go. And I'm just pulling that color through. The pigment on this is beautiful. There we go. So for the next few minutes, or half an hour, you're going to watch me color. How fun is that? Yes, we're early. We're going to have some fun painting. These are Twinchy stamps by Catherine Scanlon. However do you want me? However, I'm just kind of doing my outside edges, and then I'm going to pull it in, as I say, with just the damp brush. So I get the varying color tone. That makes any sense whatsoever. Look at me, I'm doing detail work. Pretty. I'm not going to worry so much about the edges because I am going to cut these down, remember. So if I go outside the edge, I'm not going to worry. And I'm going to take a... However do you want me? The green. What green am I using now? Should try to remember. This one's kiwi. However you need me. And I'm going to go in with here too. I'm going to make these lines. Green. There we go. Wet it down. What will I do with these? Wendy, I said at the beginning of the broadcast, I said I am going to make magnets with these. So I'm going to end up cutting them, mounting them on some chipboard. I have some 2x2 chipboards. And I also have some magnet paper here. And I am going to put some magnets on it because I kind of want something for my refrigerator. That's where I'm going with this. But I will probably also, truth be told, put these on a card. I have put these on cards before. I'll mount them after I've coated them with resin, so they'll be nice and shiny and domed, a beautiful embellishment. And then put them on a card. Now, that particular card wouldn't be able to mail it the proper way, but you sure could. Put it as a package, only because it's going to be heavy. Or put the extra parcel, I guess. It's not a package. It costs twice as much, probably. There you go. I will put another green in there, too, to highlight some of this, but I want a yellow. Which one's that? Sunburst. Sunburst. What I like to do is I like to put one color down and then go in and highlight as well. so that I'll get a different green in there too, so that'll really pop. I probably should have done blue. That would have been beautiful. Maybe I still can. Maybe I will. I think I might. Do. So what's happening, girls? And any boys who may be watching? I like the yellow. I just prefer. I know I really have to, because that yellow and the blue make a green, I'm going to definitely have to do a different color on those vines, but that's okay. These colors all work together. I'm good with it. And if I wasn't, like, seriously, it's paper. I can stamp it again. Like, seriously? Yes, I'm using twinkling H2Os. And hello, Anna. Way, way. I actually don't mind that. I wasn't sure what I'd think when I made the yellow and the green over there, but hey, if I don't like it, I could stamp another one. Maybe I'll use this. What blue is this? This is blueberry. I'm like making weird color choices here, but that's okay. Remember I said I like to go in with a different color? Well, here's me going in with a different blue. And I'm going to shade with this. I think you blend it in, give it some depth. Always go in with two, just like when you ink your pages and ink different things, you ink your edges. It always looks better with two different shades. Looking better. You're doing the Envirotech resin in the bezel thing with Carmi. Fantastic. I'm going to do the same resin here for this. I'm glad that you found Carmi's blog, and I hope you enjoy that. The resin blog for environmental technologies. Sorry, as I'm trying to do a delicate area there and talk at the same time. It doesn't always work. Here's that blue. Blending them through. And for those of you who are just logging on, I'm not caring about the outside edge so much because I am going to be cutting these out. Just want to make sure that it's pretty. Oh, sorry. Is that better? I didn't look up. Hey, Kim, how are you doing, hon? All right, I'm just going to, here. Can you see that? Hold on. There. There you go. All right, I'm going to add some oyster or something, okay? Ta-da! There we go. A little bit of a shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. Hello, Carol. Hello, Robin. How are you? Everybody's logging on now. All right, and like I said, I think I want to do a different color. Actually, I'm not sure what green, different green I have. Perhaps I'm going to use, what's this? Right, maybe I'm going to use ginger peach. Just to make it a little, I think I did a little too much ginger peach there, if that is possible. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, dab. Remove some of that water. There we go. That's what I wanted. There. And then a little, I'm just kind of dabbing into the twinks here, guys. I'm just going to follow that line out. Oh, I'm so not a watercolorist. But this is fun. Oh, and the shimmer is cool. You guys can't see it very well. All right, I'm going to go on to the next one. Going on. All right. First things first. I have a blue. Which one is this? Jade? Mediterranean. I want Mediterranean blue right here. I think I might just do a couple of these little lines in here too. Why not? This one in here too. It's like I'm coloring in a Zentangle. That's what it kind of feels like. You could so do your own. But I love, oh, sorry guys. But I love doing the stamps too. Hi, how are you, Jillian? Because it's all done for you. No thinking, just coloring. I like that. No think, just color. All right, I've got kiwi again. And I'm going to go a little bit over here now. I could have done this with markers as well. Copics would have been fun. But I like to color with paint. That's my preference. So it's all good. Which one is this? Oh, Love Struck. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. Love Struck got all over me. Ah! I'm going to kind of paint these little guys in here too. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Get some water. And let's move that around. Get a little bit of a different tone. There we go. Spiced pumpkin. Do my outside edge. Pull it down. I love the color of these, but I also love the shimmer. Oh, too much water. sound. La 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 la. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Colored pencils and mineral spirits would work well. Anything. Mineral spirits, for those of you here in Canada, is rubbing alcohol, just so you know, essentially. It's the stuff you get, not like the regular rubbing alcohol. It's the 99%, not the, make sure you're getting the 99%. But that's what it is. I just go to Shoppers Drug Mart and get the 99% alcohol and call it a rubbing and call it mineral spirit. Like the big bottle cost me $1. I do. I think maybe it might depend on your color pencil, but do 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 do. I've got a purple here. Which one is that? Wisteria. I'm going to do my outside. I'm like totally, I'm not even thinking about color right now. I'm just kind of grabbing something that looks pretty, which might not work in the end, but whatever. I'm like, let's try this one. So again, I'm getting a wet brush, no more pigment, just a wet brush, and I'm just blending that pigment, that paint, to get that lovely shaded watercolor look. Different tones, darker on the edges, lighter in the middle. Can you guys even see that? There. Does that help? Does it help when I do that? Or is it just a nuisance? These are stamps, Kim. They are from Catherine Scanlon. I sell them here at the studio. She's the artist. Um, Art Gone Wild is the company that creates them. I may have done something with these before with you guys. I can't remember. I have done other things with them. The spring issue of the Canadian Scrapbooker will also be playing with these. I have to get another green in there. Ah! And I want what? Hmm. This is another purple. I'm trying to think which one it is. Hold on. Oh my gosh, it's Stargazer. It's a bluey, purpley, greeny. That's cool. Again, I'm not worried about the edges. And I am going to pipe these too. Okay, so I like the purple, but I'm not a huge fan of I like the first one better, but that's okay. I'm just going to add a little bit of that red color. Where's my Love Struck? I think I'm going to add some depth in there with that. Take a little bit in and pull it out. All right, on to the next one so I don't get yucky dude. I was just quiet. It's because I'm concentrating. I'm going to turn it this way because this is actually a way that I'm going to be able to see it. Hold on. There we go. Okay. I'm going to color the outside of this one blue this time. This one is African Jade. Probably have a little bit too much water on my brush. But I'm being stubborn and doing it anyway. I'll get some of it off. La 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 la. Alright, so should I sing or do something like weird and then you know that it's really me? This will be like the world's most boring video. Watching Karen color for a half an hour saying nothing. Hi, Terry. How you doing, hon? So here we go. So again, darker on the outside, moving it in. Coloring in my blues. I think I'm going to have my favorites. But that's all good. Okay, Ginger Peach and Spiced Pumpkin work for me. I'm going to go Ginger Peach first and then Spiced Pumpkin. Pieces. This is Ginger Peach. I'm just kind of going around. Get a wetter brush, wet my brush down, and blend that through. Those of you who are just coming and joining us, this is Twinkling H2Os. I'm coloring in a stamp from Catherine Scanlon, put out by Art Gone Wild. And I'm just coloring it with Twinks, as I say, from Luminart. And hold on, where am I going with this? We are going to mix up some resin shortly and make some magnets with them. Pieces, pieces. Oh, yuckadoo. Here we are. I am doing this on Super Stock, which is something from the Canadian Scrapbooker. But you can also get this on a heavy 140-pound watercolor paper will do the trick. It's all good. Love my twinks. Love the twinks. Um, Doody doody doody. La 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 la. Okay, get some green in here. And around this one. I'm going to make magnets. I have some magnet sheets here, so I'm going to make some magnets. But I am going to mix some resin, and so these will be a domed resin magnet. So I'm just getting more color and moving that pigment, moving this watercolor. Sorry, I'm moving the paper too, so I hope you're not getting dizzy watching. Just to get the variation, darker in the corners, lighter on the inside. There we go. I'm going to use a yellow and do a section right here. And I think I'll color this little bit in here too with the yellow. Sunburst, I'm using. Okay. Next. Last one. These are actually turning out pretty. Are you talking about your travels, Miss Lynn? I think I'm going to do the blue on the inside here. Love this jade one, African jade. La la la. And I'm going to go around the outside too, I think. Sure, why not? I'll just make it a little darker with another blue in a minute. I'm just going to grab, should tell you what blue this one is. This one is blueberry. Yes, Miss Lynn was back in Canada, causing issues. No, I'm just kidding. She was. Whether she, Lynn, it's always good to have you here. I'm just so glad that you made it back okay. I hope you're feeling well. Oh, and I saw the blog, the class that you've been teaching after. I'm like, what are you talking about? I teach classes all the time. It's just you're never here long enough. You always come for somebody else. You're not getting out of that one, kiddo. Canada loves Lynn. Yes, we do. We love Lynn. Fire without a spark. Ginger peach again. I love this color, this ginger peach and blue combo here. Do, 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 do. Okay, next. I think I might. Oh, there we go. Twinkie Twinkie. It's shimmering at me, everybody. It's saying, hello, I twinkle. That's what they're saying. Hello, I twinkle. Sunburst now I'm adding. A little bit of yellow. Yellow with that ginger peach. And I'm going to continue with the sunburst. And I think I'm going to, oh, maybe I won't. I'm going to do the centers here though, definitely. And I think I'm going to go to Spiced Pumpkin next. Oh, the Do What Makes You Happy in November. Well, we could have done it here if you stayed longer. You're so funny. I did forget about that, actually. Lynn likes that. Look at that. I had somebody come in here, ask to take the class. So, me being as accommodating as I try to be, said, sure. We can do that. So, are you coming back? Oh my gosh. Okay. What's this color? I don't even know. This one is I have had for eons. Dreamsicle. I've had Dreamsicle since before I owned a store. Might be too. Yeah, I'm loving these colors together. Now, Dreamsicle might be a little too much like the faded out, what was it? Spiced Pumpkin. So I'm going to go move it in. I'm going to add a little bit more of that yellow on top. And then I think I might add a little bit of green. Because I don't think it's different enough again. And I just want a hint of it. That's kind of cool. I'll add some of that green up here just so that's there. And I think I'm good. Yahoo! All right. All right, I'm just going to give this a little heat set. Now these twinkling H2Os, I'm going to leave them out to dry. And then I'll put the caps on them. Don't put the caps on them right away, okay, guys? Let them dry out. Let them dry naturally. Okay. Let's go move that. Hey, music. See the shine when I do this with the camera? Shiny. They're beautiful and shiny. Can't wait to see what it does under the resin. Yum, 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 yum. Thanks, Micah. Lynn. Crazy, crazy, I tell ya. All right. I think that's good for that. I am now going to take, and I'm putting the black pad underneath here again so that you can see, hopefully. I'm going to take some of the pearl pen. And I am just going to go around some of it very lightly. I'm not pushing very hard. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of making a little three-dimensional aspect here. Making it a little bit more like a piping for stained glass kind of idea, if that makes sense to you ladies. I'm not going to go in and do the whole thing. I'm just going to go in and do a couple of the elements I think need to be highlighted. If you keep an even pressure on the pearl pen, you'll have a, can you see that? You'll have an even line. That's not bad. Hold on. Please put the names of the colors used on the video website. Terry, I will put them on my website, I promise. Okay, so I'm just going to pipe this one too, again keeping an even pressure. Pretty, huh? Kind of makes some pop. Wow, can you ever see that in the video though? Holy smokes. Okay, I'm hopefully just accenting what Catherine has done in her stamp. Alright, I'm going to turn it this way so that I can do the other one that's facing that way. No problem, Terry. Doo-doo. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. There we go. Plop, 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 plop. How's that? Plop, 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 plop. Ta-da! Okay, one more. Moving it back. I think that flower is like my favorite look. Okay. Although I like all of them for a different reason. All right, one more. There we go. Piping that out. Piping that out. Again, it's really important that you keep the even pressure. You keep that even pressure, you won't get those little blobbies that you can get when you're working with the 3D pen. I think I might actually do a couple of those lines. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Got a little thick. That's kind of fun. All right. Oh, did you miss any announcements? Nope, you didn't. Hey, Kimberly, how are you, kiddo? All right, so can you guys see that? So they've been piped. Haha, with the Viva Decor, Viva Color. These are actually looking really nice. Okay, so I am going to dry that, and then we'll cut them. And then we'll stick them to some chipboard. Sorry guys, here we go. These are going to be fun. And once they're cut and stuck to the chipboard, I will probably type the edges of these as well. Now, if you guys also saw, I did these really thin with the Viva Color pen. So it shouldn't take too long to dry. But you do have to make sure it's dry, because if you do use these with the resin, as it dries, it could create bubbles in the resin. You just want to really make sure. Pearl pens are great for making bubbles too in ocean pictures. They certainly are. I use them on a lot of things, and they're good for paper, but also fabric. And you'll be seeing some fabric coming through here, I think, a little bit more. Doody. All right, let's see where I'm at. Let's cut these babies. This is me hoping and praying that I cut these right. I guess I could always trim the cardboard down if it doesn't quite fit. Alright, so cutting the Twinchy out of the paper then. Now this again is super stock, but you can also use 140 pounds watercolor. Look at that. Yeah, I'm going to need to cut that down a little bit. I was a little off. Not much, just a little. These are going to be pretty. Yeah, they kind of look like stained glass, don't they? They kind of do. Hold on. With the glimmering twinks and... Yeah. Okay, so I also have, I'm going to cut a couple more out. I have my Xyron sticker maker here too, guys. I'm going to throw these squares through the sticker maker. Alright, let's cut these some more. Keep cutting, Karen, keep cutting. The whole idea was that they would look more like a stained glass feature. So I'm really glad you see that. Otherwise, I didn't do a good job. That was kind of why the piping. Alright. No, I didn't quite get that one there. Hold on. There we are. And there too. There's another one. There. So pretty. I to the sun. And last one. Hello, Eileen. Alright, so here we go, moving around. And another one here. Okay, let me see if these match up. So I cut this one to fit, right? Please say yes. Yes, I did. Make sure this fits here. Because I could have very easily, it's looking like I'm right on 3 sides and not 4, so I think I cut the chipboard wrong. Well, maybe this one's a little bit. So I'm just going to trim here as well. Trimmed. 2. I'm zoomed in and I have to remember to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Such a bad videographer when I'm zoomed. There we go. There, 1, 2, 3, and the other one's in there. Oops, I guess oh well, I think we're okay. If I need to, I can cut it. Alright, so I am going to put these 4 through my sticker maker. So 2 can go in at the same time. And because I'm brutal with my machinery, I did kind of not get this thing going, so I just got to feed it partially through until I can grab it from the back. There we go. Yay! Okay. So I have enough space. See? This is what happens when you're brutal to your stuff and you break the nozzle to switch it. I love my Xyron sticker maker. Don't like the turny thing. Just saying. So I use it all the time. I can't part with it. So looks like I'm gonna miss out on that. Like it's the last night of your life. Okay. I'm Karen. Hello, Genevieve. How are you? Thank you. I'm glad you like. All right. So I am going to line these up to the chipboard pieces. Then if I have to, I can cut more off. See, that's what I should have done to begin with, but whatever. Looking good. Looking good. How pretty are these going to be, man? The trick is we have to really make sure that all of the sides are down, because when we start pouring the resin, if it's not completely tacked, it'll come up and it won't be right. It won't work. So this one's the one that I thought I might need some assistance with. Yes. Okay, so this is the one I gotta cut still. Hi, Athala. You only have the small. The X is beautiful too, that small one. I have that as well. Oh, you guys still there? Good. For a second there, I thought I lost you. All right. See, look, babies, look. No, just kidding. These are looking pretty cool. All right. I'm going to do one last thing. As I said, I want to pipe around the edges. And fill in any spots that I want to, like I'm feeling this is not quite done. And I need to have a little bit more piping here. I'm just thinking, do I want to do that outside edge? Actually, I'm thinking I might not want to. So, oh, I just realized I was off camera. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm thinking I might not want to. I'm thinking I'll leave it. Sometimes, oh yeah, sometimes the X is great for little things. Do you know what the X is great for? If you do any die cutting or punching out of letters or like little itty bitty things, it's absolutely great. I throw buttons in mine sometimes too, just to get them so that they'll stick. So here we go. See, how fun. Okay, I think I'm not going to bother. Remember I said there was one that didn't have glue? I'm going to have to make sure that's right down. I'm going to cut this, trim it to size. Make sure that's right down. Thanks, Kat. I missed you, Phoebe. I'm sorry you couldn't go either, but it was a wonderful weekend here with Dina Wakely. It really was. We enjoyed having her here. And I hope she can come back in 2014 next year. I can't believe it's 2014, but yep. All right. I am just going to dry this one that had the piping put on it last minute. Cool. All right, come back here. All right, so now we're going to mix some resin. I have some Envirotex Light. I have some gloves. I have some stir sticks. I have some parchment paper to put these babies on. All right. I hope so, Phoebe. I hope so. Okay, this one is the open one. Maybe it's not. All right. Gloves. Do you know what I need to get is my barbecue lighter. Hold on one sec, guys. One barbecue lighter. All right, so I'm putting the gloves on because I am going to be safe with this. Resin you do not want all over the place. Okay. All right, so Envirotex Light. I don't have measuring cups, so what I am going to do is make a whole whack load of stuff apparently. Actually, maybe I will. I have an idea, because you really need to have equal amounts. Okay. Do as I say, not as I do, people. Have I discussed this with you before? Um, maybe I'll just mix a lot of it. And I'll make some resin paper. Do you know what? That's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do. Just because I don't have any little measuring cups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the first line of each cup, which is quite a bit. All right, looks like I'm mixing the whole thing. Just to make sure it's the same. All right, well, looks like I'm mixing the whole thing. All right, guys, so equal parts, all right? I'm just mixing the full container, so equal parts. Just make sure it's equal parts. If it's not going to set properly. And who's doing the one with Carmi? Don't tell her I did this. Carmi Simicata does a resin blog for EnviroTextLite. Well, for Environmental Technologies, who is the maker of this product. I love her blog. There we go. And I am going to mix the resin now. Now I am using a wooden stick, a little throwaway. Chopsticks are great for this, but I have these little dowelies from, I don't even know, I've got like hundreds of them, so I am using them. I'm not mixing fast, I'm not trying to create bubbles, but I want to thoroughly mix the resin and the hardener together. Are you with me? I'm going to make lots of resin paper. This could fill a bezel or two. Actually, more I think about it, more I'm thinking that's a good thing to make extra. Because there was a jewelry project that I saw. Kathy was here today. She'll know which one I'm talking about. That used resin paper. So I think I might take a couple sheets of paper and make that. Woohoo! What is resin paper? Literally paper with resin on it. It's a technical term. When resin is poured on top of paper, I'll show you. I'll do it tonight because I like to use all my leftover resin. I don't want any go to waste. It makes it a little bit more translucent and flexible, actually. It's kind of a cool thing. I will show you what I mean. So that's pretty mixed. Just going to let this sit for a sec. Doo-doo-doo. Great idea. That was cool. Yeah, I thought so. I thought you'd think that was cool. All right, I think I'm pretty good. Okay. Hello, Fairy Floss, how are you? All right, so now I'm going to pour this baby. And I'm going to pour the resin slowly over top of my almost magnets because I haven't put the magnet sheet on the back, right? So I'll pour a little bit there. Notice I'm pouring in the middle. And it's magnified. I don't know if you guys can see that. Whoa, I think I just poured too much. Oh well. If you guys are interested in resin, you really should go over to Carmi Simicata's blog, the Resin Crafts blog. Because she has lots of tips for over pours and under pours and all those things that you can get wrong with resin. She's got great ideas, great tips, and some great videos, I too believe. It's been a while since I've actually been on her blog. I see her post about her stuff on Facebook. She's taught for me here in the studio as well. She's a Canadian from Ontario, which is kind of cool. I'm just kind of spreading, using my wooden stick, and I'm just kind of spreading that around a little bit. She's probably wincing if she's watching me. Just going to go around the edges a bit here. And I did. I just spilled it. So that's okay. Move it over. So I'm just moving the resin. Isn't this exciting tonight? Oh, got a good resin coat on this one, making sure it's in all my areas. It will spread out. It'll go to the edges. There's a little bit more, not much. So my favorite thing about resin is that for this, for all my little overpours in the steaks, tomorrow when all of this is cured, or in 24, 48 hours they say is when this cures, I will sand it down on the sides and make it smooth. Because you know I'm going to do something wrong. My thing is, as long as there's no big bubbles in the middle, I am a good person. I can handle it. Do I want to not have to do that? Yes. But, so I've got it covered over the whole thing. Do, 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 do. You probably encase yourself in resin. Well, there is a way to do it properly, and I am probably not showing it to you. However, I also am of the philosophy that I will tell you where you can go to get some professional advice, but as AKA Carmi, but I like to try things anyway. Do you know what I mean? And nothing's ever wrong in my world. It's how I can sleep at night. Hold on. Probably shouldn't have picked that up, but it works better for me that way. Alright, so I have a couple of bubbles forming. Not too many actually. I'm just going to do a little bit in the middle to dome each of these. Again, the resin will self-level. And that's what the barbecue leg is for. Because I am going to go over with a and all those little air bubbles that I had coming in. Once you drag the heat over top of the resin, those bubbles magically pop. That one didn't have any. At least not yet. It's pretty cool. So I will watch this until it starts to set. I found a section in the light that I didn't quite get. The edge of that one right there. So you don't have an infinite amount of time to play with this, but you do have a few minutes. And I'm just kind of looking, I'm kind of getting down there to see how my doming is going. Because I do want a little dome. I do want that that little domed effect. That we all love for resin so much. These are looking pretty cool. And that piping I did with the 3D pen is magnified with it too. And all the little shimmers from my paint are coming through it too. It's really fun, especially that spiced pumpkin. That's really doing it. Okay. It's not scary. Oh my gosh, I just kind of moved. Sorry guys. Not scary at all. It's not scary at all. Somebody didn't tell me. I guess I really wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking at my resin. Yep, no bubbles. Ha 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 ha. Oh, one there. Ooh, gone. It's like popping a zit. Finding bubbles is like popping a zit. Oh my gosh. Jess, you could, so this I will use as an embellishment on a card later, and I will post that on the website. So absolutely. It's all fun. It's all a matter of what you want to do. Okay, I need to move that because it's going to drive me crazy. It's on that little edge. Well, it kind of is. Eileen likes my popping zit comment. Actually, this is looking pretty good. I think I got to stop. This is stunning under the resin. They all are. All are. I really wish you could see it. Okay, before I get any further, I have to put this aside then and decide what kind of paper I want to resonate for my jewelry project. And I will show you what I mean. Okay. I have to discard of this and stop popping it. I don't think I see any more, but it's fun. Ooh, I got a couple. There's no big, it's pretty clear. Okay. Hold on, picking my paper. Oh my gosh, I think I have it. I can still. Okay, I think I got it. I have to move this carefully. Hold on. Say bye. Bye. Hold on. Eek, eek. Hold on, guys. I moved it too fast, which I knew I would. Okay, I'm back. Putting some wax paper down. Parchments. That is the one I'm going to do. Chiyogami. Yahoo. Alright, so this I'm going to spread on. You could brush it on too, but I'm going to spread it on. Pouring, pouring, pouring. And I'm just going to spread the resin right on the paper. This is Japanese Chiyogami paper. My dress that I just bought for a holiday party is gray. This will be fun. So I'm just kind of smoothing it over. But you could do it. I've done this with scrapbook paper. The thinner the paper, the more translucent it becomes. This is really, really, really fun with book text and maps. Okay, so I'm making the paper hard. Now I'm not making the paper hard. This paper is actually going to be very pliable, moldable. It's not going to be hard. I know it's actually kind of I'm going to turn it over. So can you see the pattern coming through a little bit? I'm just going to do it on this side too. That's why it's important to have like a wax on the back, wax paper for it to sit on. I'm going to turn it back over again. I probably should have, you could do it one side at a time. Oh, sorry, I'm getting, sorry guys. Making sure I'm covered. Do it one side at a time, and you can do some really gorgeous. It's not going to be hard. It's thin. So I'm going to cut this up and put some charms on it. But this will be like a pendant. These will be pendants. I might as well just use it. I'm going to make it a little thicker than I normally would. You get it! Yay! Okay. So it's going to be like a pendant, but I'll cut it up. I have seen journals done with it. Susan Lennart Klasmer, she does the ice resin product. She makes takes this paper, book text primarily. I see her use, or vintage things, and they become translucent, as I said, and she'll stitch them together to make journals. So yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. I've just got a bubble there. I'm just going to wave my magic tool. Oh, barbecue lighter. Just to get a little, because I got a couple of little bubbles up there that I don't really want. And I'm going to let this sit overnight. And then I'll see what to do. Perhaps I will make something else with it, but I have a feeling this will be part of my pendant. Kind of cool, huh? It's going to be one big thing. Well, the one that Kathy saw, they were cut in strips, like little rectangles, and then they were each put on with jump rings and beads. So it was a beautiful, they were kind of like the danglies. It was cut up. But I'll use this for something else later. It then becomes a glossy surface that you can paint on and do other things. So all of that plays a part in it as well, right? So, hi, just to let you know, I'm broadcasting on the internet. Just so you know, you can't be seen, but you may be heard, okay? All right. So I do have a couple of people that have just come in, so that have not been here before. So I should probably go and have a little chat. But I hope that helps everybody. I'm going to stop the recording. And I will post these things on the website as soon as they're dry and complete, the magnets and the paper. I definitely will post pictures of the pendant when I've made it too, or whatever I do with this paper, Terry. Definitely will. And I'll post it on Facebook as well. We do have a Facebook page. The Art House Studio is on Facebook. You're still not buying resin because I'll be encased in resin forever. It's all good. It's all good. We can still enjoy it though, right? All right, thanks so much for joining me tonight, everybody. And as I say, I will, the recording went, so that is fantastic. I will put the recording of this video on my website as well and upload it to our YouTube channel. So if you have any questions, as always, email me at thearthousestudio@rogers.com, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have. And thanks again for joining me. Watch me paint and pour resin, although improperly. Go see Carmen. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a fantastic week. We'll see you then next Friday evening. Bye.